Woohoo! How about that silver pump, hey? We did what we thought we would do. We were going to take a look at the silver price. Silver has pumped. A new all-time high is coming. Brand new all-time high coming now. Absolutely certain of it. Let's see where we could go to. And of course, the 1 ounce silver giveaway of this 1 ounce Lunar Mouth from the Perth Mint. That will be coming up in today's show and all the other stuff that we do. If you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, dang man, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. As I said, use the time codes below if you're watching this on the replay. But first, I'm going to do a few shout outs today. We'll get to the silver draw, lots more giveaways to talk about as well over at the Silver Investor Club. So much to talk about. And if you want, I reckon you should join the Silver Investor Club. It's $1 a month with a 7-day free trial, okay, for regular silver giveaways, auctions, more, and the fun community that it really is of like-minded silver investors. Pete, repeat, you're in the draw, my friend. Entries are closed, by the way. No more entries. We've got like 75 people. So that's pretty good. We're going to do a spinny wheel thing. Matt Power, what's people thought on platinum, on the platinum horse? Still plenty available. I think they might be a sought after coin. I think whenever you can get a 1 ounce lunar platinum coin, you should get it and try and collect the set. I think that's not a bad idea. Let's see. GMS. Rocket is on the launch pad. G'day, Kane. Good to see you too. Thanks, Joe Allen. I appreciate that. Nico, good to see you, my friend. Jason Ashworth. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. It's good to see you. You're in the draw as well. Morning, Bullionaires. It kind of feels like that today, doesn't it? And good old Duke Slayer. Good morning, Sleepers. On X. I am going live. Thank you for that. I am going live on X and on YouTube, so YouTube and X right now. I'll tell you what I'll do. Can you head over here for me? I'm going to show you this, and can you hit the big old follow button? So 4,050 followers over there, and that is x.com/It's Joe Main. Could you do me that favor? Thanks. And I'm just going to copy and paste this old chestnut too. And then I'll get nice and trendy on there as well. And I can let everyone know over there that it is 1 ounce silver giveaway time. We'll do it in the show today. I might just take a quick look at silver, then we'll do the giveaway. I think then we'll get into everything else. So stay tuned, my funky people. Final comments and we'll get into the silver price. GMS says, Synth and Living Atom Man is here as well. GMS, let's do a quick synchronized slurp. The synchronized slurp is something that I stole. I stole the synchronized slurp from Scott Adams. That's a pretty good tongue twister. He does the simultaneous sip. If you know Scott Adams, I stole it totally in public and told everyone about it, and I've warped it. I've included the slurp feature. So it's not the simultaneous sip, it's the synchronized slurp. Grab a tasty beverage, whatever you're drinking right now. In the world, let me know what you're drinking in the comments, but you have to do it audibly. That's the rule, and you have to slurp it. Okay, I know some people don't like the ick, but it is what it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, I'm Joe Main, by the way, if you're wondering who the hell I am. I'm an Australian stacker. I've been a stacker of precious metals since 2010. I've been a stacker of crypto as well since 2013 and other investment sort of stuff. And I worked for 3 major gold and silver bullion dealers here in Australia. You may know my face or my voice or my video content work from Goldstackers, Bullion Now, Ainslie Bullion. And thank you, MetaMint, $5.99. Pear character exaggeratedly stretching his arm forward to offer a cup of coffee. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That is a loud slurp. You deserve a loud slurp. Let's take a look at silver, shall we? And then we'll get to the silver draw of the giveaway. Here is silver on the daily time frame priced in USD, $53.26 US cents. Cool. For those wondering what we were talking about, no, I don't want to do that. What? Okay. Oh, 53. Oh, I was on replay as well. $53.60. Okay, we're even higher. Cool. Let me go. Leave the current replay. What the hell's going on here? What? Oh, no. There we go. Now I want to replay. What? Start a new one. Okay, so now I know what's going on. We're at $53.26. So we were around about here, and we'd closed the day above. Let me go to the daily and show you where we were. We had closed the day above the normal resistance zone. For anyone new, I'll give you the quick thing. Prices go up, prices go down. Markets zig and markets zag. That's how they go. Nothing goes up in a straight line. So when you, and this can happen on, really, this happens on the way up and happens on the way down. Really, Joe, does it? Number goes up. So between here and here, here's a clear bottom, here's a clear top. In a bull trend, okay, in a good bull trend, you will have retracements, and you can retrace really normally without being freaking out about the price, 1/3 to 2/3 of that move. And that's really normal. It's just kind of when you start getting below the 2/3 mark that you go, oh, hang on, they're not buying here. That's really weird. Okay, that's just something's off. That's a really steep discount. That's like a 62% discount. Okay, roughly. It's not exactly 1/3 and 2/3, but like a 62% discount. Why are they buying there? So generally the rules are, if you're not buying between the 1/3 to the 2/3 mark and it starts falling through there, particularly if you start seeing resistance, that's really bad news. And it's looking like your thing is going to have a bit further of a retrace to maybe, certain levels. In the opposite direction, price has a big move. Okay, so let's say, so price goes down. Okay, price has gone down. Oh man, and then you see the price going back up, and you're like, oh, price is going back up, mate. It's all like, the bottom is in. The bottom is in. Okay, well, you could retrace 1/3 and still head down. You can retrace anywhere up to about the 2/3 mark, and that's a really expected resistance zone. It's very normal to retrace. Big move down, big move up, but then that's just a retrace, and then it can head back down again. It's not until you start getting above and holding above roughly the 2/3 retracement that you start to go, oh, hang on, something's happening here. It looks like buyers are much more in control of the market. So that's what happened here between this high and this low. You had a move down, and then 1/3 retracement. Now, what happened at the 1/3 retracement? It's not exactly 1/3. We're using the Fibonacci levels on the linear scale, and you put it between the 0.382. There's your zone, right? Your normal resistance zone. You can call it the zig zone, the zag zone, whatever you want. Between the 0.382 and the 0.618. That's the normal resistance zone, retracement zone. Cool. What did we do? We found exact resistance on the sort of closing prices, right? We came down to here, right? And then where did it retrace to? There. Where did it find resistance? There. It had a little spike, but it closed the day below that level. What do we say? We don't talk about the spikes. Spikes mean, I used to say spikes mean SHIT. They actually do mean something, but it's more important where things close at. Okay, so we found resistance. We found resistance. Then what did we do? Okay, I'm going to show you on the daily time frame. Then you can do the same thing. Now when we're retracing this move, look at this. So from this low and this high, now that's retracing that move, and you can put its expected support range in, and that's between 1/3 to 2/3. Where did we find normal support? Bang on the 2/3 right there. Again, that's from that low and that high. That's the 2/3 retracement. It found exact support there. So then you go, oh, hang on. We're buying off the bottom end of the expected support range, and then we're heading back up. Oh, okay, maybe this is a higher low. Okay. Oh, looks like we're going higher. And what did I say the other day? I said, okay, if you start closing any day within this zone, that's very bullish. Okay, we had one test of it. We had a higher low. You start closing a day anywhere in this zone, I'm saying that's a really good sign. Then I said, if that happens, watch for a test of the top end here at that 51, the top end of this expected resistance range from that high and that low. What did we do? We closed the day well within that range and then in the top half of that range of that zone there. And then yesterday morning, we'd closed the day above it. Very solid close, and it wasn't even much of a spike. See, look at this, for example. Look at this spike here. You spiked into it, but it was a big wick and it closed below. Where's the wick here? It's the tiniest little wick. Okay, that's the only time you like tiny wick, where you want a tiny wick, right? Boom, boom. Is above that zone. uber bullish. Okay, that says, okay, it wasn't just a little spike and we closed in this zone, it closed outside of that zone. Very bullish, buyers in control of the market. Then when you take a look at something like the volume, okay, you can see that the volume is matching the price action. Okay, so here's that point there and that point there. That's a higher high. And that was a higher high. So the volume confirmed the move. That's the second tick. So closed outside of above the expected resistance range, tick number 1. Volume confirmed it, tick number 2. Looking really good. Then we had to see what we did for the rest of that following day or yesterday. And I said, okay, you need to stay above that zone, preferably. Yeah, you could get back in, but as long as you eventually clear out of it, what do we do? Let me get rid of all of that. It was very, very bullish. And I'll show you on the 4-hour as well. This is all really important stuff to know. Why? Because it's good to know how you got to these things to see, and the indicators and all that to help you for future potential predictions. And then when I stop this, what did we do? Yesterday, and we've closed the day as well. Now we've the second close above, nearly the all-time high. So that's why when I said yesterday, I was like 90% sure that a new all-time high was coming imminently, because we closed above that normal resistance zone. And then what do we see? A huge move up. That huge move up, I'll show you on the 4-hour time frame, came with also excellent volume. That's really good too. Now, with the momentum, we are extremely overvalued, okay? But you can spend a bit of time there. There's the RSI down here. You can spend a bit of time in there. However, yeah, I mean, you can spend a lot of time in there and the price can keep going up. I'm expecting a new all-time high. We'll talk about that in a second. But the quick history, right here, I did post this before, and I think I have all of those things in. Yes, I do. Haha. There we go. That's close enough for jazz. And that rectangle, or is it a line? No, it was this line here. So you can see here, what did the volume do? Do you notice anything different between the volume and the price action? Notice the pattern. What one of these things is not like the other? Old, Sesame Street thing. Here is the deal. Look at this. You've got a higher high in volume, right? This is made higher. This is peaked higher, right here. Right there. That's a higher high. This is a lower high, okay? This is actually a bullish thing because it's saying that the volume is coming in before the price break. Now, that doesn't automatically predict 100% you get an all-time high, but with those other 2 ticks that we talked about before, and the volume leading the price, it's often a sign that you're going to get, so if this breaks first, often you'll get a break of that. So I think absolutely we're going to make a new all-time high. Then the question becomes where to? And I showed you here. So diamond hands. This is what I posted on the one of the Facebook forums earlier today. You had this area of buying here. Where was this area of buying? Right at the top end of that zag zone. So buyers. You could expect some of those buyers to become sellers. Why? Because they just want to get out of the game. They want to break even. Some of these buyers here were like, I'm going to be a millionaire. Oh, it didn't happen. I'm going to be a millionaire. Oh, I hate this game. I'm not happy to wait. I could go down further. Oh, we've broken even. I'm going to break even, right? Basically, that didn't happen this time. You've got pretty much diamond hands of all those people. If you show you on the 4-hour, right down here, what did we see? You saw that here. Small sell-off, but not enough here. Little small sell-off. Look at that little wick down there. That got eaten up, gobbled up by all the buyers very, very quickly. Very bullish sign. What do we say about spikes going in the downward direction? We love big spikes going down because it says sellers tried, but buyers were in control of the market, and it closed green. That was a huge setup for this move here. So that's where we came from, and that's why I'm so bullish on it at the moment. I'm bullish on it on the long term anyway. We're going to triple-digit silver eventually and all that. But now here's where we're sitting. I'll show you on the daily. Here's the next thing. We will make a new all-time high. I'm going to give you 99.99% guarantee of that. Do we head down a little bit first and then break out? That could happen, but we're going to break a new all-time high. The question becomes what happens when we get there. So there's a couple of things you need to be aware of. When you break support or resistance, you do it for only one of 2 reasons. One is to continue the trend. Okay, we've made an all-time high. Great. We're breaking out. A little bit of a test here. Okay, sure. But now we're going to make a decent enough high enough where people here go, oh, I bought here and now I'm up. All right, I'll take some profits. All right, so pick a point. I don't know where that is because we're in undiscovered territory. Okay, I don't know. But it'll either continue the trend or the second thing for a period of time, or what it does, it grabs liquidity, or it fakes you out. So we need to be careful of this. I'm leaning towards that we see a decent enough new all-time high before some profit taking, but you've got to be aware of the following. We could potentially have a bit of a fake out around about this general area here. Call it 55, call it 56, whatever, that kind of area there. It's possible. I don't think so, but it's possible. But why? Because people, large institutions, individual traders, etc., decide they may have seen back here, for example, a good trader, excuse me, as I sniff, a good trader would have seen the following on the 1 hour time frame back when we made the previous all-time high. They would have gone, cool. We made a new all-time high for silver, but look at the momentum. Oh, we've got some bearish divergence there. I think I'm going to take a small term short trade where I'm betting that the price will go down. Now, if you're betting that the price will go down, you're having to borrow money to do it. And then obviously, if the price starts creeping up above your entry point, if you get in here, the price starts going down, you're making money. Great. But if the price reverses on you, you're losing money. The higher it goes, the more you're losing money. So you need to put in a stop loss. You want to stop your loss. Because imagine if you and where are you going to put in your stop loss? Are you going to put it in all the way at $60? No. If you're trading on leverage, you could lose a lot of money. Okay. So you put your stop loss just a little bit higher of your entry. You do it on the same. If you buy here, you put your stop loss a little bit below. When you're shorting, you put your stop loss a little bit here. Right? Kind of in that areas where you would put your stop loss and then your trade gets stopped out and then you've made a tiny loss, but you haven't lost a lot. Cool. What does the price like to do sometimes? It likes to creep up to an area, grab people's stop losses. It stops their trades. They make a little loss and then it fakes them out and then continues downward. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but you just have to understand that that's a possibility, a bit of a fake out, or maybe it grabs stop losses, comes back down to this kind of area, right? So maybe we come up here, we don't shoot for here first, maybe we do this, then come down for a little bit, pick a point, I don't know where it is, you wouldn't really want to see it go back below into this zone, and then we have the new all-time high, that's sure. But just when we break the new all-time high, and we will, that's coming, just got to watch what it's doing around about there. So what I would not be doing, personally, is I wouldn't be taking any new trades on the brand new all-time high. Like if it goes 1 cent over a brand new all-time high, don't take a trade there. Okay, and in my humble opinion, if you're buying silver for the long term, yeah, just buy silver and dollar cost average. But don't do it there. You've got to wait to see what the action happens, okay? Because you can fall back through. So just bear that in mind. But my next I don't know where the all-time high is in this little next run, okay? But the next little spot to watch out for is at $60. Why? It's for the 1.618 Fibonacci from this high and this low. I think we could get to there, and then, I don't know, it could be 60 to 65. It could be higher. I'm not going to do that full-on prediction kind of thing because you can't predict where highs are going to be. But we do know it's over the longer term where it's going, okay? So that's silver, brand new all-time high coming. Watch out for that liquidity grab kind of thing. But yeah, you're going to see some higher prices from here in the next week or so. Cool. That's that. I'll see if I have any comments about that, and we're going to get to the draw, the silver draw. Let's see. That was silver, my wonderful people. Lots of people watching as well. Let's see. Watching from beginning just now. Oh, good on you. So you're catching up. Cool. Morning, Joe says, Keith, good day, my friend. Mocha cappuccino you're slurping? Nice. I don't drink mochas anymore for a bunch of reasons. I don't drink cappuccinos anymore, actually. Loud slurp. Yeah, that was a loud slurp. We did that one. Really informative. You are very welcome. No problem. Silver is close to doing something very profound. Been waiting since, oh my God, 2008. Yeah, man, I started investing in precious metals since 2010, and I rode a lot of that wave. We've had that conversation before. GMS says Art Wolf Stacker. RSI looks good though. RSI depends on the time frame you're talking about. Jason, very nice analysis there on the silver. Thanks, Joe. Thank you. I'm learning a lot. You know where I'm learning it from? Mastering the Markets. Masteringthemarkets.com. I'm doing their year-long comprehensive trading and trader course. I'm learning all this stuff. It's so good. I can highly recommend it. Going to be a silver Christmas, white metals Christmas. I could have paid you for this. Speaking of Christmas, I'm putting up something for sale on, we'll talk about it soon. I'm putting up something in the marketplace on the Silver Investor Club that some of you might be very interested in for a Christmas present for yourself or for a friend. We'll talk about that in a second. There's just too many things in silver. Silver's favor right now. Never been more bullish. Yeah, I agree. GMS, very late. How dare you, Mark Florida? Cool and living out of man. All right, great. Let's do the giveaway. The 1 ounce silver giveaway. Why am I doing a giveaway of silver? Entries are closed, by the way. I've got 75 entrants. Okay, you had 3 days to get your entry in. The entries are now closed. Let me go like that and let me go like that. The Perth Mint 2020 1 ounce Lunar Mouse silver coin. This is from my personal collection. I bought this in 2020 when I was working for one of the major gold and silver bullion dealers. Where was I working? All right, pop quiz. And don't guess, where was I working in 2020? If you know me, where was I working in 2020? Do the math on that. Canadian here, watching here, the big 7. Okay, cool. So let's do that. Why am I giving it away? Because we hit over 3,000 followers on YouTube. It happened rather quickly because one of the videos I was at around about 2,700 subscribers. And then one video I made had 18,000 views and over 500 new subscribers from the one video alone. And now I'm at like 3,300 subscribers. And I'm like, all right, got to do the giveaway soon. You are correct. It was them. Yes, it was them. Don't read my mind. Not for an auction, though. Not for an auction. I'll get to that in a second. And so then I did the silver giveaway. I've been doing silver giveaways. I did silver giveaway at 1,000. We did silver giveaways at 2,000 subscribers. Here's the third one. Okay, let's do it. I'm going to share the screen and show you that it's all legit now. Entries are closed. I asked everyone on a couple of YouTube videos to send me an email. You had to put something in the subject line. You had to put your username. You had to be a subscriber, etc. And I had a whole bunch of people. So one of you is going to win for free, shipped anywhere around the world from me to you. Let's share the screen. That's the price. Now I'm going to show you this. These are all the entrants. Okay. This is listed. You can't see on the left-hand side here. I'll move this for a second, and then you might be able to see. Yeah, if I move that for a second, you can see that. That's listed 1 down to 75. There were 75 entrants. Okay, you can see that 75 on the left-hand side right there. Cool. So 1 to 75 entrants. Yeah, I want that. Good. 75 entrants, and that's all your usernames or your whatever names. That's the way I can identify you. Then we have the good old spinny wheel. We've done this before. I've already set this. You can see here. You can't see this. I'll get my head out the way so you can see it. I'm going to put myself over. I'll put myself here. Okay. Well, it's set to random number, and you can see here. It is 1 to 75. So there's 75 numbers on there, and we are going to spin that number. Let me just get rid of that and I'll put that back so you can see the 75. Now we're going to spin. How this works, I spin. Whatever number comes up, I match it up with this, and then I look at the username, and that person is the winner. Okay, this is from, by the way, it's called pickerwheel.com. Picker, P-I-C-K-E-R, wheel.com. It's a legitimate random number generator. This isn't faked or anything like that. Okay, here we go. Are you ready for the spin? All right, and the winner will be notified unless you're watching right now. Here we go. Number 72. Congratulations, number 72. Who are we talking? I've got to go all the way down here. 72 is Craig Walton. Craig Walton, you are the winner. Congratulations, my friend, of Craig Walton, number 72. Everyone saw that? Fantastic. Of Craig Walton, you are the winner of the 2021 ounce silver lunar mouse coin. I will be emailing you, my friend, for a real silver ounce. Send me your address. I will send it to you anywhere in the world. Congratulations, my friend. Look at all this. And what I love about this is we already get people saying, congrats, Craig. Good on you, Craig. Good luck, stackers. It was good odds, really good odds, 1 in 75. So congrats to Craig. Well done. And thank you to everyone who entered. You had a 1 in 75 chance. That's pretty darn good. Congrats to Craig W. So that's going out to you. Here's the other ways that you can have very, very good, at currently really good odds of winning silver for free. Well, winning silver, okay? Winning silver is in a giveaway, okay? I'm doing giveaways. Yes, congratulations to everyone. I'm doing regular silver giveaways over at the Silver Investor Club. You can join for $1 a month. $1 a month. There's also a 7-day free trial just so you can check it out. If you're like, I don't really want to be part of this awesome community of silver stackers with, the marketplace, the giveaways, the specials, the live streams, all that sort of stuff. I don't want to be. You want to be a part of it. Let me show it to you right now. I'm going to tell you about the giveaways that I'm doing over there as well. Would you indulge me? Would you let me do that? Thank you. I appreciate it. This is the Silver Investor Club. Okay. It is a private club for new and veteran silver investors. There's giveaways, specials, analysis, of course. It's basically a community. It's a huge silver investor community with the added benefits of giveaways and auctions and live streams and all that sort of stuff, right? Education. I'll be putting up in the classroom very soon. Very simple, your basics, how to invest in silver, bars versus coins, this, that, and the other. All those educational tools that I've told thousands of customers in my time. I've done the spiel a million times, right? I've got that down. I can help you invest in silver in the right way. Right here. So that's the About page. When you click the link, there's a link in the live stream, and I'll put a link afterwards somewhere to the Silver Investor Club. It takes you to the About page, and then you'll see, this is my back end here. Do you want to see my back end? This is the back end. This has a settings button, but for you, it'll say something like, it says something like free trial, something like that. And it'll get you to a sign up page. And then what eventually you'll see is the following. You can select your level of membership. Now, for $1 per month, okay, you get a lively forum of like-minded silver investors. Learn and grow with others like you. So this is the club. This is the community here. This thing goes off tap all the time. Look at all these posts just from people. We're all responding, etc. There's new silver investors. There's old school veteran silver investors like me. So you've got all the categories. You got, you want to talk about the price? No problem. You want to talk about stocks, like the stock prices of silver stocks? Pop it in the price talk section. Look at it going off. Do you want to show off some of your shiny stuff that you bought recently? Okay. People post photos of the stuff that they've just gotten in the mail or something, a part of their stack or one of their favorite things. And we all reply going, ooh, isn't that shiny and stuff? Do you just want to have a bit of fun? Okay, we've got the meme HQ. You post all your favorite memes here. People just go, look at all these memes, like silver memes and all this kind of stuff. So we just have a whole bunch of fun here at the Silver Investor Club. Do you have other hobbies? Okay, I want to know about your other hobbies. So you can do, are you into fly fishing? Okay, Sinner's into fly. You're into something that someone else is into. You can find like-minded people with other interests as well. John Kerry here is into knife making. That's cool. I'm into a very special pew 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 sporting venture that I'm going to be talking about and doing a workshop on actually very soon about how to get into the pew pew thing here in Australia. And there's also the marketplace as well. So we haven't had our first buyer or seller. I'm going to be posting something in the marketplace section, not in the marketplace rules section, but in the section for something that you might be interested in for a Christmas present for someone. It's expensive, but it's a really good collectible item. I'll tell you a bit more about that later. And of course, there's the premium stuff. Now, the premium stuff is where let me go back. I'll show you here. So for $1 a month, you get the community. Right now, for $1 a month, literally $1 per month, there's a quarterly silver bullion giveaway. Now, here's the thing. It's only every quarter while we have a certain amount of members. If I get 1,000 members all paying $1 a month, I'll do a silver giveaway every week, right? If I get $1,000 a month, I'll do a silver giveaway, every week, every 2 weeks. I'll up it. So the more members we get, the more silver giveaways there will be. So currently with the $1 a month, there's a quarterly silver giveaway. Once every 3 months, one of you for $1 a month, $12 a year, has a chance to win. Okay, 4 times you get a chance. Okay, then there's the monthly silver bullion deal. Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, the best bullion dealer in all of Australia, who is aligned with Good Morning Stackers and they're a sponsor of, etc. They will give you a special once a month, and it'll run for about a week's time once a month. Okay, then the marketplace, all the analysis and all that 7-day free trial. You'd be mad if you didn't join the $1 club. If you decide to join the $9 a month club, the premium club here, you get everything in here. You get a monthly silver giveaway already 12 times in the year. I just did 4. 12 times in the year, there's a silver giveaway. Let me tell you, your odds of winning currently are really damn good, okay? There's not as many premium members as there are standard members. Your odds are much better than 1 in 75 at the moment to win possibly a silver coin and doing a monthly silver giveaway. Of course, now there'll also be a weekly silver bullion giveaway too. Now, as we get more and more premium members, I will turn this from a monthly silver giveaway into a weekly silver giveaway. The more people we get, and I'll probably change that from a quarterly to a monthly, for example, for $1 a month. Then you get private live stream. Here's the big kicker. Tomorrow, we're doing a live auction, a live spot price auction, and more happening over at the Silver Investor Club. It's a private live stream, and it's for premium members only. Okay, this is where we go live. We've done lots of them. To give you an example, premium stuff. Let's see. There was our last hangout, for example. That's our last hangout where we all hung out together. Okay, we talk about silver. We talk about all that kind of stuff. Then we also have that bullion special from Perth Bullion Exchange. And this week, tomorrow, we're doing a live silver auction. And I would have shown it to you before. There's a video that I can show you, but there's 4 vintage silver bars going up for auction. That's from Ricky from Perth Bullion Exchange. So to get the weekly private live stream, you have to be a premium member, but you get a chance to win an ounce of silver once a month, plus the silver bullion specials, plus everything else that you get, the community. Can I tell you the $9 for $9 a month? This is value that you've never seen before. You've never seen so much value. That was the worst Trump impression ever. And then, of course, the last one, and I might be mixing this up, but for the moment, if you want to be an absolute VIP, you can pay $590 for the entire year. Not per month, but for the year. So you get everything in here, okay? Plus you get 4 personal one-on-one strategy sessions with me. We can talk about your investment, precious metals investment strategies. We can talk about your other investment strategies, stocks, crypto, anything else you like. We can talk about diet and lifestyle. I've had a long history helping friends and family lose weight and keep it off by adjusting their diets and, just some lifestyle stuff. I've been the same weight since I think 23 and I'm 47 now. So, I kind of know what I'm talking about. So I can help you on that side of things or anything else you want. You can just talk to me for 4 strategy sessions in that year by signing up to be a VIP. And then you have all those other stuff as well. Cool. Thanks I appreciate you letting me go through that. So that was the Silver Investor Club. Highly worth joining. Let's go to a quick gold thing. Let's see. Oh, we've opened the day and we're open a little bit higher on there. Now let's take a look at gold. Gold's doing something a little different. Gold has actually just broken, so that's good. Here is gold on the daily time frame price in USD. We're talking 4,206 US dollars. Gold is not as strong as silver is, and we know that because of the gold to silver ratio is tanking as well. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. That's fallen through a very crucial level. Well, they're all crucial, aren't they? But let's match the gold price action up against the recent silver price action. On the daily, now what do? Here's its expected support, resistance range. We closed the day inside it. Good news. That would say, okay, we're going to make at least a test for here. What didn't we do? We did not. When we closed at the very top end, we have a bit of a spike out of the area, but we closed. Isn't it? Look at this stuff. I swear to God, I haven't adjusted these levels. I swear to you. You can't read my mind, so I could be lying. I've had this exact level. I haven't moved it a tiny bit from this high and this low. Right there. Where did we close? So that technically here, that's $4,194.90 on, and I won't have this drawn in absolutely perfectly to the minutia, right? But where did we close the day? $4,194.55 instead of 90 cents. Okay, so it closed the day right at the top end of that sag zone. Would have been preferable to close above it, but that's really still very strong. You close at the top of it. So now what are we seeing? We're now seeing a green day so far. As long as we can hold over $4,194.90, or call it 4195, as long as we stay above there, I will say brand new all-time high coming for gold, just like with silver. Cool. If we do the following and we fall out of it, just like I said with silver, that would be bad news. So if you start doing this, back down through there, and I'd actually say once you get down through there, that's pretty much you're going to see a bunch of people following their rules, their trading rules, and they'd be out. You see a cross of there, then you'll see a quick move down. And then we'd be talking probably a larger move. So this would be like that A, B, C retracement and then down. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm more leaning towards the brand new all-time high because silver's doing it too. But just bear that in mind. And also watch out. You can get back in here, but you have to get back out of here. If you go back in, then you get back out, bullish AF. And then you would see, I would say, brand new all-time high coming. I'll say the same thing for silver. So gold's just playing a little bit. It's interesting. Gold's playing catch up to silver. And if I show you on the volume's not nearly anywhere as good. Okay, on the daily time frame, I'll show you the difference between the volume. Look at this. The volume's in a bit of a downtrend there. Actually, no, I won't. I'll show you on the 4 hour. That actually might be better. Sorry. No, okay, look. Yeah, nah, that's so Aussie. Yeah, nah. What do you notice the difference between the current? Let's see. There's that. And I'm going to go back to, I'll go back to, where we are now. Sorry. Let me do that. Sorry. Go back. Leave it. Here's where we're sitting right now. Look at that volume difference between gold and silver, between that and that. There's that, nowhere near that resistance level. But when you go back to silver and do the same thing, why hasn't it kept it? Didn't keep it for some reason. Look at the difference there. That's already through it. Okay, so silver is much more strong in volume than gold. It's saying that people are rotating more to silver than they are to gold. Okay, keep that in mind. Gold goes first, silver follows, and then there will be a point where silver massively outperforms gold. Could we be at the start of that? Here is the gold to silver ratio. Finding support bang on that uptrend line, and I would suggest that if we fall through there, and looks like we will, then it's game on. Game on for silver. Here's the gold to silver ratio. As this number goes up, gold's outperforming silver. As the number goes down, silver's outperforming gold. You can see over a long period of time. You go into this, I'll pop you on the monthly. I only have historical data that goes back to 1997. I wish I had more historical data. I don't. But you can see here the key resistance range and the key support range. It has the main areas that it's sort of faffed around in is between that sort of 80-ish area to the 50-ish area, give or take, right? Did that for a very long time. Then you had that massive silver run in 2011 that took it to the $50 mark. Then you saw the outlier head down to 32 to 1. Then you saw gold go absolutely hog wild during that thing that happened in 2020 that we all know of. Gold massively outperformed silver, and then it's had a decent period of outlier of the normal range. We went up to 125 to 1, went back into the normal range, and then gold just keep doing its thing for a bit, man. Then what did we do? And then it even spiked all the way back up here. Then what did we do? We fell back into the range again. Okay, we formed an uptrend line. We fell back into the range, but then it broke out again. Then that formed that uptrend line. Where are we now? We're back into the normal range. Looks like that, I mean, I can't say 100%, but it looks like that's probably now going to be taken out. Okay, I think that's looking really good. If I do some Fibonacci from this low and this high, you're well below, you're well through the zag zone, you're through that support range. Okay, so tick through the zag zone right there, through that expected support range. It didn't hold a support, fell through. Tick number one. Through the major resistance range, resistance should have come. If you wanted to see gold massively outperform silver, you wanted to see it bounce at the support range, okay, because the resistance became support. Didn't, fell through support. Tick number two. If this cracks through that downtrend line and starts crossing below, tick number three. Cool. Tick number three for silver to cane gold's ass coming up. Okay, we could be in for a really decent silver run before we have a larger move down, which we will do. Okay, we can talk about that another time, but that's looking pretty good. Okay, gold to silver ratio looking great. And then what are we looking at? You'd be looking at least a test of the middle range. Now, I think absolutely silver will get down, at least down to the bottom of that range. Okay, so imagine buying silver here and swapping it for more gold down here. You might love gold. I've said this to 1,000 customers. You came in to buy gold. Did you know I've actually flipped people to buy silver when they came in? They're like, oh, I want to buy gold today. I went, okay, all right. We talked about it. What's the reasons why? And I showed them the gold to silver ratio, particularly when it was during 2020. When we're having this massive run, I had everyone and his dog coming in wanting to buy gold. How many did I flip to buying silver instead? Quite a few. Because I said, look at this gold to silver ratio. Look at this. You're in this outlier territory. Imagine buying silver here at 100 to 1 and then swapping your silver for double the amount of ounces of gold in your hands at 50 to 1. They could have bought gold and they would have still had 1 ounce of gold. So if you bought 1 ounce of gold here, you've still got 1 ounce of gold here. But if you bought 100 ounces of silver, you've got 2 ounces of gold here. Okay, so this is a way you can increase your gold even if you hate silver. Silver sucks, man. It's the worst. Yeah, buy it now and then write it down. Cool. And then silver will not be at its massive peak until its bare minimum under this area here, and it's in its outlying range. Where can it get down to? I don't know. Pick a point. Who knows? But it's not going to be topping out until you're at least in the outlying territory. Cool. So watch out for that. That's the gold to silver ratio. I think we're on a bit of a tear for silver. Just be aware. I guess you could bounce here, but really doubtful. That's looking very bearish. That's bearish as all get go. So that's gold to silver ratio. Let's do quickly platinum. Platinum's looking all right. Daily time frame, $1,610. We're not out of an area that we need to be out of yet. So it is not out of its zag zone, its expected resistance range. Okay, from that high and that low, we haven't reached it for platinum. So silver and gold currently outperforming platinum at the moment. Got to get through 1,640. Then we'll talk about a new high for platinum. Just like I said with gold, like I said with silver, it's got to clear and hold through that level there. That happens to be 1,640. We're not there yet. So we're in the expected resistance range, but you can fall out here. Okay, and then we might be seeing lower prices. I don't know. Got to get above there. Do that or do that. no problem. Then I'll say new high coming. That's for platinum. Copper, I don't want to bother talking about. Couldn't be bothered. No. Cool. So that's all the precious metals. We'll get some comments and then we'll talk about some other stuff as well. So many people watching. Fantastic. Let's see. Someone asked about Stormrake. What is it? I'll tell you in just a second. Yes, congratulations again to Craig Walton, who won the silver coin. Probably not watching, but you shall receive an email, Craig, and you shall be told that you are a winner. You missed the draw. Stupid work. Congrats, Craig. Well, you were in the draw, Jason, but you did miss the draw. Yes, Living Out of Man, great question. What happened to the second sponsor of the trading app Wealth Stack? Did it fold? I can't remember the name. Yes, Wealth Stack. Wealth Stack was a gold app, a gold and silver, was mainly gold buying app, which was attached to buying real gold. Think of it like an unallocated gold program, which is backed by real physical metal. But it was a phone app. Okay, it was called Wealth Stack. We had them as a sponsor for a few months. Unfortunately, I thought they were going to make a statement, an announcement. Maybe they have, but I thought they were going to tell me when I was ready to make an announcement about what happened and what can I say and what can't I say and all that kind of stuff. Short answer is they're not. They've taken a pause. That's all I'm legally allowed to say. I think they didn't get scammed. They didn't get blah 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 or anything like that. They're not. Those guys aren't. Let me be very clear. Those guys, not scammers at all that stuff. There was just some back-end stuff that, business related, new business, all that kind of stuff. They've just had to take a bit of a pause. So that's why they're not a sponsor at the moment. And they said to me, I actually offered them, look, while you're still sorting your stuff out, let me just still sponsor you. And then you can, we'll talk about, sponsorship stuff. I'll just do it for free for a while, and then, maybe you back pay me or whatever. And they said, okay, well, we'll think about that. And they said, no, look, we don't want to do that. We'll take the pause. And I was like, yeah, fine, cool. So then I got some other sponsors. So that's Wealth Stack, yeah. Stormrake is absolutely different. Stormrake is a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage that are just doing absolute great guns at the moment. Let's see. Stormrake is crypto. Yes, correct. Yes, that's right. And I've answered those questions. Let's see. Living Adamant says, I'd be a bad gold salesman. Okay, fair enough. Just checked their app is still in running. Seems they've gone down the tokenization route. Oh, I'll have to check on what's going on there. Thank you for the update. Maybe they haven't I haven't communicated with them for a while. Maybe they haven't with me. Okay, cool. Maybe I'll check it out, see what's going on. Let's do some crypto. This portion of the show is brought to you by Stormrake. Stormrake.com, your full-service cryptocurrency brokerage. Why would you want a full-service cryptocurrency brokerage? Because A, you don't want to do it yourself, or you need access to very deep liquidity. Are you going to be buying crypto through your self-managed super fund? Do you have 100 grand? Do you have 200 grand? Do you have $500,000 in your super and you want to put it in crypto? You don't want to tank your price. You just want a broker. They're an old-school broker. You call them. They have a phone number. They have real people in Australia that take your calls and go, hey, I'm your crypto broker. Let's talk. What's good, right? You just say, you can be as friendly or as unfriendly as you want, I guess. Just be friendly. But you can say, look, just buy me $100,000 of Bitcoin. Great. They do it all for you. They send it to your nominated address, or they can handle all the custody side of things. Your call on that, okay? Or you want to sell a bunch of crypto because it's gone through the roof and you've made a gajillion amount of dollars, but you don't want to tank your price. And you don't want to do it always hit the sell button a million times, right? Rather than market sell, you don't want to market sell because it's going to tank your price, right? If particularly you've got a lot of crypto to sell in one go. What happens if there's an emergency and you need to sell your crypto for some reason? Just do it really easy through Stormrake, stormrake.com, okay? You can call them, send them an email, jump on the live chat. As long as you've got an account with them, they'll do it. Like really, really quickly. Now, they will charge you a fee for it because they need to make money. What is that fee? 3%. That's actually a really good percentage brokerage fee price, okay? However, if you sign up through me, 2% for the life of the account. You could have a crypto account for the next 50 years with Stormrake, stormrake.com, and you'll only pay 2% for the life of the account. When they raise their fees, which I guess they will maybe do one day, I don't know, you're grandfathered in at 2%, locked in forever. Got it? Cool, 2%. That is not a lot, okay? Particularly when you talk about Coinbase, CoinSpot, all these other ones where like they're, after their hidden fees, they could be like 1.5, 1.75%. Just sign up through me, okay? Get 2% flat fees, no hidden fees either. Anyway, that's stormrake.com. And why would you, here's the question a lot of people would be asking, or some people would be asking, why would you be wanting to buy crypto at the moment? Well, you buy Bitcoin as an insurance policy, number one. You buy it because you believe it's going up in the longer term, and it still might be going up. You never know. Like in this, we might just be in a little bit of a dip right now, and we could rip in this continued cycle. Now, or this Bitcoin cycle could be over, but the dip in the Bitcoin cycle, it doesn't last that long, okay? And there is no signs that are saying if this is the cycle top, well, that's just a cycle, okay? It's just a cycle. It doesn't mean it's down forever from there. I believe Bitcoin is it's only getting adopted more and more and more by institutions and businesses and, the blockchain and Ethereum in particular. Ethereum's, only getting more and more prevalent in businesses. Real world assets, okay? RWA, tokenization, the whole deal. Crypto's going nowhere, but money, the number of it goes up and down. Price go up and down. Really, Joe? Okay. That's it. You want to dollar cost average into your favorite crypto. Could that be Bitcoin or Ethereum? I'd probably stick with the main two because the altcoins, they're a bit of a crapshoot. Depends. But here's where we are with Bitcoin at the moment. Okay. But that's why I'm saying you really want a Stormrake account and you want to dollar cost average into your favorite crypto. I'd be bare minimum looking at, as I said, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So here's Bitcoin anyway on the monthly time frame. Sure, okay, 101,900 and something. I'll go to the weekly. We're just in the zag zone. That's all you need to know. Number go up, number go down. What we haven't been liking, and this is just showing some bearish divergence, but that bearish divergence eventually plays out. It just depends on where it plays out. Higher highs, lower highs on the relative strength index, lower highs on the volume. So that's real bearish divergence, okay? Total bearishness. Again, for a period of time. And this is on the daily time frame, okay? Higher highs, lower highs on those indicators. Cool. That was spelling some bearish divergence. So then we topped out at that 126,000. Now we're just in a bit of at the moment, you just say we're just in a bit of a dip. Now, we're still bullish on the weekly. We're still bullish on the monthly. So you've got the expected resistance range, support range, suspected, expected support range. You take it from the low, you take it from the high, and that's your zone. Now, as we've been talking about with the expected resistance ranges with silver and gold and etc., this is the exact opposite. Just flip it around, and this is your expected support range. And now what you don't want it to do, you don't want it to fall below here. You need that. So unlike, the opposite direction, you need that support right there to hold, or else that doesn't, and that's sitting at about 94,000, 95,000 US dollars. If that does not hold, then okay, then we're talking lower moves and we'll talk $70,000. We'll talk possibly even lower. But we're just in, look, number go up, number go down 1/3 to 2/3. As long as you find support nowhere lower than here, golden. That's fine. You could get down into here and people could be freaking the ever-loving out because it's, I broke this previous high here. Oh my God. Oh no. Just calm your farm. Because if you get down in here, actually, what is that doing? Let me get rid of the volume for you. And I'll pop in the RSI. You could actually be forming some hidden bullish divergence. Okay, so you can get down into here, anywhere down to $94,500 roughly. You could, as long as you bounce off here and then you start making some successive higher highs, you change from a bearish change of market structure on the daily to a bullish change, making higher highs and higher lows on the daily. And if that's the pivot point right about there or anywhere higher, then what you're doing is you've got hidden bullish divergence where you've got, actually it's not hidden bullish, my apologies. Is that hidden bullish? No, it's not. Ignore everything I just said then. Not everything, but the hidden bullish thing. I was wrong on that. I'm not looking at the right thing. No, but that's just really normal to come down to there. Then you just got to start making higher highs and higher lows. And then you can say, okay, looks like that's just the perfect bottom. Who loves a perfect bottom? Jason Ashworth does. The running gag. So yeah, anywhere down into here, you're fine. Cool. That's pretty much all you need to know. So yeah, and you should be dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin anyway for the longer term. It's going to $1 million in my humble opinion over a longer period of time. But look, you're making higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Ah, trend line. Okay, cool. That's fine. And then we can, hopefully on the way. It's just if you start doing that, that's bad. And then you'd be talking about a much larger, you'd be kind of, I don't want to freak everyone out, but you'd be kind of doing that move. And then we'd have to talk about around about 80,000. You could even be doing the entire move down from 15,000. You could be talking about 60,000. You could come all the way down to 60,000. That's why that area right there of 94,000 is very important. Otherwise, you could even come all the way down back to that kind of $60,000 area. That's all possible, okay? But you're nowhere near there yet, okay? You're just doing higher highs and higher lows in the weekly. Let's find that support. Cool. No problem. If that starts doing that and you start creeping through there, back through 107,000, bottom in. Probably bottom quite in, okay? And then you'd be talking about a new all-time high, and we'll talk about that when we get there. Bitcoin dominance, very quickly, because this just, where are we? Bitcoin dominance. This is Bitcoin dominance, so this informs you about what your lovely altcoins may be doing. You want this number to go down. Where are we sitting? Yeah, it's still been rising. Yeah, okay. I could expect some further movement down to maybe about that 59.2%. So maybe your alts might experience a little bit of a bounce in the next few days. So watch out for that. Maybe a little bounce in alts in the next few days, because what goes up must come down for a little bit. And then if that starts bouncing off as support and then gets into this zone, it's like, okay, looks like your alts aren't going to be doing too well. So I'm expecting probably an altcoin bounce maybe within the next few days. And then, as I said, you won't have any altcoin season until it breaks 57.15%, something like that. So you got to watch out for that. You want that to happen. Cool. That's your alts. And I don't really need to look at others, do I? But I will. Others is sitting at 245 billion. Not a lot to say. There we go. Is that on logarithmic? No, it's not. We are in, what's there and there. So, okay. Yeah. If you form a higher low, and that's fine. Okay. Get into there. Don't close below there. See that? Look, previous level of buying. Isn't that how interesting how it matches up? So don't get any lower than there. Form the first higher low and then break through there. 270 billion, you'd be in for a good little move in altcoins. So watch for a break of 270 billion, and some of the altcoins that you would see move would be things like Toshi. Ooh, here's Toshi on the daily time frame price in USD 00049. Okay, looking bearish at the moment. Okay, that's all I have to tell you. It's bearish. There is nothing bullish about that currently. That's all I really have to say. It's not until you get back through this blue zone here and preferably back above 00064 that I will say, okay, bullish again, that I'll consider getting back in. That's all you need to know. At the moment, we've broken market structure on the week. We broke it on the daily. We've now broken it on the weekly, particularly if that acts as resistance. Yeah, we're now making lower highs on the weekly time frame. Now, you can have a relief rally, right? This could be where it fakes a bunch of people out. Let's say it finds a bottom somewhere down here. And then it goes, see, again, what goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. So you will get a rally. Now, if it starts finding resistance around about there and then ticks over, we'll talk about lower prices. So at the moment, not looking bullish. But you will have a rally, and then we'll see what happens around about those kind of areas. Cool. That's Toshi. I don't think I want to do any other crypto unless there's a random chart request, but not really. Let's see. Do we have a bunch of final comments, and do we want to get out of here? Is the chat supported 24/7 with Stormrake? I think you're asking Stormrake. That's a really good question. I don't know that answer. Thank you for asking, and I will see if I can find that out. I would assume that it... Oh, Alexa, let's find out. Let's find out together. Let's see if it's got some kind of thing. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to ask it a question. Hi. Let's find out. Is this chat open 24/7 in case I want to buy or sell outside of Australian hours? There we go. I'm going to ask someone right now in that thing. Let's see if they get back to it. Cool. Let's find out. Hi, thanks for reaching out to Stormrake. Let's see what they say. Is this going to be a bit of a bot kind of thing, or are we talking a real person thing? It might be a real person thing. That's a great question, by the way. And we're going to get your answer. I'll come back to here for a second, and we'll just read some comments, and then we'll come back to that. Cool. Yoink. Back to the main scene. Good question. Is it too late to join the giveaway? Yes, the entry's closed, and I already drew it. Someone already won, Brett. But what you can do, Brett, is at the very top of the live chat, I put a link to the Silver Investor Club, and I'm doing regular giveaways over there. So if you go to the Silver Investor Club and check out what it's all about, you'll see that I'm doing regular giveaways, and then you might want to join the Silver Investor Club. Let's see. Okay, I'm waiting for that. Any more final comments? Later, Pete. Any more final comments, and then we shall get out of here. And we have an answer to that question. I'll just do the screen. Here's an answer to that question, Living Adam Man. Oh, you can't see it. I'm going to have to move this out the way so you can see it. Let me move that so you can. There you go. Can you see that now, roughly? So our operating hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week, 365. Our team can assist you within these hours. So, okay, what time zone is that? Okay, is that a SET? I'm going to say that'll be Australian Eastern Standard Time, or probably Australian Eastern Daylight Standard. So 8 till 8. Okay, so no, not 24/7. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Cool. Thank you. How cool was that? I just literally spoke to a real person who gave me the details, and I'm going to close out. That's so cool. That's Stormrake, stormrake.com. You got your answer. Final comments, and then we'll get out of here, or else I'm just going to get out of here because I've got stuff to do, and so do you. Yeah. In case when China or US are open, waking up. Yeah, okay, sure. Congrats joining anyway. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you should be joining. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Lots of giveaways going over at the Silver Investor Club. Go check it out. 7-day free trial as well, and then you can choose your plan. There's a couple of different plans from $1 per month. Brett, $1 a month. And you can get silver giveaways and all the other amazing stuff we do in the community there. Gotta run. Yes, thanks for the answer. You are more than welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, you have watched Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe May. We talked about the silver pump. We did the silver giveaway. I talked to you about all the other giveaways that are happening over at the Silver Investor Club. $1 a month to join. I don't know why you wouldn't. Or the premium membership to get the live streams. Don't forget live streams, private live streams. Don't forget there's a live silver auction starting at spot price happening over in the premium section of the Silver Investor Club. Okay, now I will allow you, here's what we'll do. I will allow you to join for free, and you can take part in that one. Cool. Let me show you once again. If you hit the join button, you're going to get a few. Well, it's a free day. It's a 7-day free trial. So when you'll go over to here, when you click on that link, Silver Investor Club, you'll come to the About page. You'll see 7-day or free trial, something like that. You can join for free as a premium member. I think you can do that. Join for free as a premium member. You pick your plan. So you type in your details, then you pick your plan. Here's your plan. You choose the $9 a month plan, but you'll have a 7-day free trial. I will allow you to come and join the spot price auction happening tomorrow. Okay. 4 silver bars. There's kilo bars. There is a 50-ounce silver bar going for spot price. Okay, it's a vintage Perth Mint bar, and you can join it. You can check it out. Check out the weekly hangout that we do. And that is just that if you join in a 7-day free trial, you're not eligible for the silver giveaways. Does that make sense? Okay, but you can be eligible. You can come in and join the chat and bid on the auction and all that. We'll do that in the live chat function of the live stream. Cool. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to stop spruiking my stuff. Let's do a final synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage, I grab my tasty beverage, and we also dance it out at the end of the show. I know it's like all encompassing here at Good Morning Stackers. Have you got your tasty beverage? Good. Thanks for watching. You have been watching.
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stackers.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronized slurp. Now we're
3,
on the
2,
move.
1, go.
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh man, I'll keep you updated. Maybe tomorrow, the live stream, private one tomorrow on the Silver Investor Club and all the other stuff. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay informed. Keep stacking whatever you're stacking, and I'll see you soon. Bye.